What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak to a brother out of St. Louis, Missouri. His name, Branden Michael Lewis. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a brother out of St. Louis, Missouri. This brother here, he's got skills, folks. His rapping ability, I can't wait for you to meet him, folks. So without further ado, let me bring in Branden Michael Lewis.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good after that intro, man. You know, you got me feeling a little special out here.
Because you are special, man. You got a song, you got a voice, you got a rap cadence, you got a vibe that I'm digging, dude. I mean, you got all sorts of songs for all sorts of folks already out there. I mean, all a person has to do is tap in and press play. You can even type his name up, Branden Michael Lewis, and he'll pop right up. This brother here has got it going on, man. He's got it going on. When did you realize you had a passion for music?
Man, I wrote my first rap when I was in second grade, and it was just kind of a throwaway thing. And then a couple years later, I don't know if it was 8 Mile. I think I had saw 8 Mile. I was like, wow, I want to do that. I like that. And I would come to school and my friends would be rapping and I'll be rapping. And a couple times the teachers would ask me to write poems. And I liked the reaction that people would have to the poems that I made. You know, it made me feel good. It was like a vulnerable feeling because this was something that I created. And sharing it and people accepting it, it just really made me feel good. And I've been doing it ever since. You know, I realized how magical music can be since then. And I want to help put that into the world. I think art is therapy. Art is a beautiful thing, you know. I want to help produce that.
Well, you're doing a great thing, man. You're doing a great thing right now. And I'm digging the vibes. And I'm sure everybody else is digging the vibes as soon as they press play. So I'm telling you something, folks. Go on to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, Deezer, and the list goes on and on. Of course, my favorite place, iHeartRadio. Wherever there's streaming going on, Branden is in the middle of it.
Definitely.
Who are your greatest influences?
Right now, my single greatest influence would have to be J. Cole. J. Cole impresses me like crazy, and I resonate with his desire to constantly improve, to be better. You know, this desire to be the absolute best artist and the best person that you can be. And thankfully, I chose some who I feel like are some good role models and whatnot. I think I take a little bit of influence from Big Sean too. You know, I like rappers that know how to create a good song, but that can also they witty, they got bars. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that make you go, oh, you know, they can make both. And that's something that I desire to be able to do, you know, to operate on both sides of the spectrum. So a lot of conscious artists, Kendrick, Cole, Sean, Drake, a little bit, you know, just these people that constantly amaze people with their music.
Well, you're doing the same thing right now. It's amazing people with your music.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
And when you're not creating music, what do you do?
That's funny. When I'm not creating music, I'm probably wanting to create music. So outside of rapping and spoken word, I also play piano. So
so you're always creating music. There's not a day where you're not in the studio or not thinking about a song you got to create.
Exactly. You know, I spend a lot of time trying to get better, man. When I'm not, maybe I'll lounge around and watch a movie or something like that, but I don't really have a
still music in the movie though.
Exactly. You know, so it always got something to do with entertainment.
I can dig the vibes, and you got the looks, man. You too could be a leading man in Hollywood. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Folks, directors, 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 directors. This is MC Andrew Love over here at Let's Chat and Jam. And I just want to plug Branden Michael Lewis here for a second. He even's got a name, Branden Michael Lewis, which is a superstar name. So you
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I'm telling you, every superstar that I know has 3 names.
3 names. It sounds like a writer's name.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Branden Michael Lewis. He could be either a football player, a track star, or a dope lyricist. And that's exactly what he is.
Appreciate you.
Let's talk about your new song, I Need a Bag. Can you tell the folks about it?
Yes, sir, definitely. I Need a Bag was a song that it actually took me a while to make. I think I wrote the hook maybe a year ago and didn't touch the song again. I wrote the first verse, then I started thinking about a few bars for a second verse and thought, you know what? All I got other than this song is an EP I dropped over a year ago. There's a few people still listening to it, but I really need something else. And on the EP, 5 songs, 2 of them had features. And I get kind of insecure about that. I know it's a long answer, I'll wrap it up. But I get kind of insecure about like, am I working with too many people? Like, don't I need songs that are good without having people on them? And so that's how this ended up being what it was. I tried to draw from real life experience. COVID going on, you know what I'm saying? Businesses slowing down or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? My job had cut hours, or I was like, I need money or whatever. And that was just on my mind or whatever. And the song came out.
And that's where the song I Need a Bag came up, folks. So without further ado, I'm going to play a little snippet of this song from Branden Michael Lewis. And you can find this on all streaming platforms, as I said a little bit earlier.
Yes.
I Need a Bag.
Walking the thing with nobody behind me. If I need somebody, then I'll be the body. Long as God got me, I know that I got me. I don't need no homies. I don't need no homies.
This is Branden Michael Lewis, y'all. You gotta tap in.
Absolutely.
Damn. Yo, this is ill, man. You want to hear the rest of this stuff? You know what you got to do. You got to go on to all those platforms I mentioned earlier and tap in. Tell us some of your experiences you've had since you've been creating hip hop.
Well, first of all, as far as life experiences goes, I'm just genuinely a happier person. You know, when I'm creating art or when music is just mesmerizing. And so I went to a performing arts school. So I've had a lot of experience in performing and training or whatnot, which I think gave me a greater respect for music. That being said, the first experience was me performing and making someone in the audience cry. That having that effect, and then finding out later that a few other people cried, or when I just creating something and then moving people, that gives you like a strong sense of purpose, because music is like I said earlier, it's therapeutic. So just like reactions like that, experiences like that are why I create. So yeah, any experience like that where someone tells me that my music touched them or that it affected them in any sort of way, that they even cared enough to listen to it more than once, that's the best experience to me.
Do you have a process when it comes to making music?
So it's evolving constantly. Right now I have 10 writing exercises that I do every day, and then a couple more after that as like a separate drill or whatnot. And since I've started doing that, I don't know 100% yet if my writing's gotten better, but I know I certainly feel more confident. So there are things like that. I write on my phone sometimes. Other times I write in a notebook. If I catch writer's block while writing in one of them, I switch to the other one, and it usually clears it up or whatnot. So I know that I'm writing with more of a purpose now. I do stuff like read the dictionary or whatnot. So that I know enough words that I'm not getting repetitive.
That's smart, man. That's very intelligent.
Thank you. So like just things like just anything that I can do that makes me feel like, I get a leg up, that makes me better, because you got to stand out. I'm saying? In St. Louis, it's a lot of talented people. I'm saying it's a lot of talented people here. I'm saying it's a lot of talented people everywhere. I'm saying New York, LA. I'm saying so if you ain't got no type of, if you just I don't know. I feel like you gotta be almost obsessed with getting better. You know what I'm saying? To stand a chance, I feel like.
Yeah, the music industry is so hardcore, man. It's like you really have to, like you said, stand out and be in front of the crowd, because there's so many hip hop artists out here who are the ones that labels look at. Well, nowadays you don't need a label. Nowadays you are the label.
Right.
So all you got to do now is give the fans what it is they want. Yeah. And you should know your fan base more than anybody, because you're the one making the music for them.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
Absolutely. The three big things. The first one is be sure of what your morals are at the beginning. I'm saying figure out where your line is, what you're willing to compromise on, what you're not willing to compromise on. Because if you're not certain of it, people will try to push that line or whatnot. So just be aware of that. Be aware of that. The second biggest thing I would say is, if you're talented, dope. That's great, but it's only a small piece of the puzzle. The more that I learn about the music industry and being an independent artist, the more I realize that it's really about how much attention you can get. These are market employees, you know what I'm saying? A lot of trolls have figured out that if I say something crazy and get a bunch of people paying attention to me, there's value in that. So that's why some people who aren't as talented as the people that you're used to seeing get famous, and people that are more talented than anybody you've ever seen are unheard of. You know, so it's not just about talent. You got to be good, but learning some marketing and having a little talent will take you a lot farther than having a lot of talent and knowing nothing.
You're dang skippy. Because
yes, sir.
If you notice, a lot of artists that are really terrible at what they do, but yet they so famous. And then you're saying to yourself, damn, man, I know I got better music than this cat. And the only reason why you ain't been seen is because you ain't marketed yourself. This brother here, he found the secret to marketing. That's why he's got a little bit more fan base than you got.
Exactly.
Do you have any burning desires?
You know, for a while, I wanted to be famous in music. Even though I appreciated and respected music, in the deepest parts of me, I still wanted to be, you know, famous and amongst the greats. But now I want to be the absolute best artist that I could possibly be. I'm so focused on pushing myself to the absolute limit. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the very best version of myself that I can be. And that doesn't necessarily include fame, but that person can use his art and stand in front of thousands of people, you know what I'm saying, and be vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, and can control a room and all of this stuff. Like they could just do great stuff that I can't, that I don't know if I could do now, but that if I push myself, I can. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. It's about.
I'm gonna tell you something, my brother. You are doing that right now. You are accomplishing tasks you put in front of yourself. You are crushing your goals. I hear it in your music. I see it in your walk. I see it in front of me. You have potential to do great things in hip hop. And you're young, which makes it so damn dope, is that you have so much learning to do and you can only get better. And from the stuff I've heard on Spotify right now, yes, that's what you are doing. You are getting better. And I'm really a Branden Michael Lewis fan right now. I am. And I'm going to follow your career as long as you keep making music. I am going to be there watching you from a distance and maybe cheering you on like this.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm really digging the vibes, and I'm so glad that you came here to my show, because I want people to know you, because you're really good and you deserve the fanfare. And people, you deserve to hear what Branden Michael Lewis is doing next, because he's that dope.
Appreciate
Folks,
you.
America and the world. It is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam. My special guest, Branden Michael Lewis, out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes,
and I'll
sir.
tell you something, folks. This brother here has got a sound that belongs to him. No one else sounds like Branden, and he don't sound like anybody else. Even Nelly don't even sound like Branden. They from the same
No, not
city.
at all.
They
Not
so
at all.
different. And that's what
Definitely.
makes Branden so dope. So I'm telling you something, folks, go tap in and check him out. Press play, give him a shot, let him entertain you, because that is
Definitely.
exactly what he's going to do with his brand of hip hop. Can you
Appreciate
tell the
you.
folks where they can find you?
Yes, sir. You can find me on Instagram. I'm doing a lot of the marketing that I'm learning. I'm experimenting on Instagram. So you can definitely find me on Instagram at Branden, BRANDEN _ Michael, MICHAEL _ Lewis, LEWIS. You can find me on there. I'm also Branden Michael Lewis on everything else. My Facebook artist page is Branden Michael Lewis. On YouTube, Branden Michael Lewis. That's me everywhere. So that's where you can find me. And if y'all want to send me beats and all of that too, I'm open for collaborations, y'all.
That's dope, man. I'm digging the vibes. And I'm glad you came here, man. Since you've been here for the first time, you've now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fan, which means you don't have to wait for me to tap into you and say, hey, Branden, why don't you come to my show? Nah, you can tap into my DMs and say, hey, Drew, I got something to promote. I got a new song. I got a new book. I got a movie I'm in. I just want to talk about it on your show. And I'm going to be like, deal, get my calendar and say, you in the show. Let's go. That's how easy it is to be on my show when you're part of the fam. So, Branden, welcome to the fam.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're doing a really good thing for artists, so I really appreciate that. You don't have to do this.
If it wasn't for people like you, there would be no me. So I want to say thank you, Branden, for coming through. And thanks everybody else for watching these episodes, because without you, there'd be no Branden. So it all works out.
Yes, absolutely.
But thank you for coming through the show. I really do appreciate your time. I really do. And I want to say stay safe out there in St. Louis, please. Stay safe.
Definitely. Yes. Likewise. Thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you so much. And everybody else, y'all stay safe. And just remember this. If you have a dream, go ahead and go for your dream, because only you can stop you. And nothing beats a failure but a try.
Definitely.
Peace out, folks.
Much love, y'all.
Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss a conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.